Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another house building video. In this one I'm building my first modern house. It turned out to be a very clean looking family home, pretty decent size, also very colorful. There's lots of yellow and orange. I ended up with those colors. I actually started out with blue and green, but I switched it because I just thought it would look nicer with the yellow, just because I like the color of that, like the specific tone of yellow more than I like the colors of blue and green on the walls there. Too much detail. But anyway, it's not going to be very futuristic houses. I've seen a lot of modern house builds with a lot of glass around them, or like a sort of more like green, like a environmental friendly houses or something like that, and to me that looks more futuristic than modern. It's not really what you see right now, but more what we might see in the future, that maybe just because I live in a different country, or I'm just not up to date on what sort of houses they built. But yeah, this is my interpretation of a modern house. In this video, I'm only going to be showing me building the outside and the garden. The interior I actually haven't done yet, but that's going to be in part 2. If you want to make sure that you don't miss that, you can click the subscribe button. It will help me out a lot and you'll get a notification when the next part pops up. But it actually took me 3 full hours, actually more than 3 hours, to build this house. And it's probably just because I haven't really done anything like this before. I've really tried this out, so it was lots of trial and error. So that's why there's going to be lots of jump cuts in this. First of all, because it literally would have been a 45-minute video. I'm honestly amazed that I cut it down to 17 minutes or 18 minutes or whatever it's going to be. Because 45 minutes for just the exterior is insane. That's way too long. So I really sped up the video a little more than I used to do. My quality is a lot better in the video, so I actually can do that without it being too laggy. So that's good. I did that for a start, and then I also cut a lot of it out because it's just not fun seeing me build something to it just be deleted later. There's no point to that. It would just be frustrating. Maybe you see something you like and then I delete it. So I actually just cut all of that out. Also, something you might notice later in this video is that I actually changed lots, because I figured out that this house is a lot too small for the lot I'm on right now. So I actually moved it to a different lot. I saved it to the gallery, my own personal gallery. It's not online yet because the interior isn't done yet. But if you do want that to happen, you can go to the second video, if that is up already, and I can actually put it on the public gallery or whatever. And also, I just want to apologize for a second. I don't think many people would have noticed. I think most of you are probably here tomorrow or the day after, or maybe it's even a year later. It's so weird that these videos will be watched for however long they will be on YouTube, for however long YouTube exists, probably, if I don't take them off. But anyway, this video is going to be late. I'm very, very, very sorry. I thought I would have enough time to do this voiceover. I actually edited and recorded it yesterday, because today I actually went to a musical and I went out to dinner with my family. And I thought we would be home at 8 or 9 or something like that, which would give me probably just enough time to get this voiceover done and get it out, exported and uploaded and everything like that, make a thumbnail. I thought I would have enough time, but it actually ended up being home at around 10, which is when my videos usually go up, but I don't think many people know, so I hope you haven't been waiting on my video or anything. I usually upload on time, but this time was an exception. I'm sorry. And since we're talking about upload times anyway, I thought I'd explain why I upload at 10, because I try to upload at 10 every single day. Obviously not today, but most days I do upload at 10, and I've never explained why I chose to upload at 10 specifically. That was a different word, I'm sorry. But anyways, I chose the time to be at 10 because it's a good time for me, because it gives me enough time during the day to finish whatever video I'm making. Let's say I don't have enough time the day before, or whenever I try to record. I have the entire day to get the video done, but then it's also not too late if I want to be in bed early, if I have to be up early, and I can actually check if everything is uploaded correctly. So 10 is like the perfect time for me. And I guess there's a couple of ways in which YouTubers decide on what time they upload. The first one is obviously what I just talked about, just the time that's most convenient for themselves. But there's also a different way, and that is more steering it towards your largest group of followers, subscribers, people who watch your videos, viewers, whatever. So then you just sort of take the most convenient time for the largest group of people that watch you. Because obviously you can't have that for every single group, because we all live in different places in the world, which is really cool because we get to bond with people from all sorts of places and all sorts of cultures, which is really good. But 10 a.m. for me is like a whole different time for you, so, you know, that sort of thing. 10 p.m. by the way, not 10 a.m. sorry. And I'm obviously now just uploading at whatever time is most convenient for me, which sounds sort of selfish, but I mean the video is still there when you want to watch it, but it might not be as recent in your subscription feed. But if I do want to change that one day to a different time that would be maybe more convenient for someone else, what is your preferred time to watch videos, or when do you watch the most videos? Is it in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, or maybe in the middle of the night? There will be a question in the eye in the corner where you can let me know which time you prefer the most. And maybe I can use that to change my video times to whatever is like the most watched group on my channel. It's actually the Netherlands right now, and I think I don't know, maybe 10 p.m. 10 p.m. We actually use like the 24-hour thing, so 10 p.m. is 22 hours for us, so I'm not used to that system. So 10 p.m. is actually pretty late for us if I think about it, but I also think the biggest group is the Netherlands right now, because that's sort of where my friends and family and I live. And I mean, it's nice that my friends and family and me, I only check my videos like if everything is still in the right place and if my audio works, and sometimes I check to see if there's more views or if there is comments or likes or whatever. But, you know, other than my friends and family, it would be nice if some other people would watch too. And I know there are some people watching, so hi, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. And I hope you enjoy my videos and all of that. Okay, so now after that entire rambling part of the video, you can see that I'm actually almost done with the structure of the house. I'm actually pretty far ahead in that part. I made the house green, as you can see. I used some of those dividers that come with what's it called? City Living, sorry. I wanted to say Get to Work, but I don't even have that installed right now. So yeah, I made the house green, but that's going to change. I don't really like that color. Actually, my original plan was to make it look blue. I then changed it to green, and then I changed it to yellow and orange. So it went through some changes, but the main structure you're seeing right now, that is going to stay. And now I'm working on the windows. I actually changed around the colors of the windows a lot. I went from black to gray to dark gray to white, back to black, gray, and I think I settled on white in the end. But you'll see that changed a lot. I actually wanted to do black at first because I like the way it sort of contrasted with the whites, because that's so light, and then that rhymes. Then the windows really stood out. And otherwise they might sort of blend away, but then I changed it to black. And then I changed it to white, and there's going to be a lot of changes in that. I actually didn't really like how the black looked on the, what's it called, green paint walls. So that's the main reason why I wanted to change it. As you can see, I just changed the dark gray again. It's a whole process. But in the end, I think I settled on white, especially because I eventually went with the yellow accent color instead of the green. So that was one of the things that, yeah, this is where I changed the color to yellow, which I think looks a lot better. So I'm really happy with that. And I changed the pillars on the side. I changed those to orange. So that's sort of where I decided that the orange color was going to be my second accent color, I guess. And as you can see now, the black windows don't really look good anymore. So that's why I changed them. I actually used a lot of city living stuff in this one. I used the city living dividers. I used the little fence thing around the balconies. Because it's just, I mean, a lot of things in city living do look a lot more modern. Because it's a city, I think that's more like a usual shape. Also, something I really struggled with were the roof paint sort of stuff. Because I wanted to look, I don't know, I wanted to look modern. And all of those panels, I'm not sure what they are called. Like, I really don't know the English word for that. Actually, I do know the Dutch word dakpannen. No idea what it's actually called in English. But anyway, I struggled with that because it wasn't anything that looked... it looks just a little bit more traditional than it looks modern. But I settled on using the concrete. And that looked really good. So I'm happy I actually did that. I never used that before. I don't think I've ever... I mean, like once or something, but never really used that. So it was not something that came up in my head when I was building this until a very late point in this video. I might change the roof one more time before I settle on the last thing. As you can see, I actually changed the windows back, which I really like. I really like how these turned out. Again, working on the roofs. I actually wanted to do this one because it sort of has a shine to it, which also looks kind of modern, but it also looks more futuristic. And here you go! This is actually the roof paint that I end up with. Is that what it's called? Roof paint? I don't think so, but you probably know what I mean because you can actually see it on the screen too. So I actually went with this gray concrete sort of color, and I really like that. I also changed the colors of the city living dividers. It wouldn't change it because the windows were in the way. So that's something I fixed in the end. Like this. Anyway, I turned them to orange since orange was my accent color anyway, so I thought it would look nice. I really like how this house is shaping together right now. And also something you might have noticed right now is that I moved the house to a new lot, because as you can see it was actually really small on the lot. It actually was, like, the lot was too big for the house was too small for the big lot, whatever. It fitted a lot more nicely in this one. I am not the best at decorating gardens, so I try to keep with small lots or big houses, so there's not a lot of garden space because I never know what to do. And this is sort of why I jump a lot, because I changed the floor paint, the terrain paint, so many times it was just getting annoying. So it's just like sort of like overview of what I did at that point. These are actually going to be removed. I then put hedges around the entire thing, so that's not something you really want to look at. So, yeah, lots of things happening there. But I think the garden turned out so well. I actually Googled, image searched modern garden. You also know where that little bit of space is for an actual car. I actually Googled modern garden and it came up with some stuff that I really liked, so I used that. The main thing I really saw was that the gardens had a lot of green in there. Like, the main plant color was literally just green. I did try to put a little more color in because I do like color, but the main color of the garden is literally just green. Lots of green everywhere. Just completely covered in green stuff. I actually moved the pool, as you can see too. Move it over there because the next thing I'm going to do is make a little... It's not really a porch anymore, but like a little lifted up space where a couch can be, where you can sit outside, some furniture. I actually put a barbecue in there too in the end. I put these plant boxes around it just to give it some detail too. Just lots of things happening there, and that was like the main thing I found when I Google searched for modern garden. Was every single one of those garden had like a lifted up space. It was all at different levels, which I really liked, and I've never done that in The Sims before, so that would be a nice new thing to do. I'm also pretending that that table has a fireplace in the middle, because when I was in San Francisco, my hotel actually had that, because obviously it's pretty cold in San Francisco. I heard it's because there's like the wind comes from Alaska. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I heard. But they actually had those tables with fireplace, so you can sit outside when the sun was shining and it was a nice day, so it wouldn't be too cold. I actually put a little bit of a gardening space with plants here too, just to fill up an area and have some more plants in there. But it's not really covered in plants, which I like. I really love how modern this actually turned out, and I would love to have that garden. I'm not really good with plants, and I don't really like a mess. I like more organized stuff. Even though I do like to visit places with lots of plants, and I mean, that's not really organized because it's really cute and cozy looking, but if I live somewhere, I want it to be organized and just have an overview of the entire area, and it to be an open space and not feel... I feel claustrophobic very, very quickly. I feel like I didn't pronounce it correctly, so I'm sorry. But I think this would be like such a fun garden to have, with the pool and the little area with the couch and those beds sort of things, like chairs where you can sort of lie down in. I just have everything very organized and neat, and I just love the way that this garden turned out. I really, really like the way this garden turned out, which is special for me, because I'm not really good at doing gardens. If you see my first video, I actually go on a whole rant on how I'm terrible at gardens, and I actually procrastinate doing that until the very last video that I posted of that house, which is probably the second part, but now I actually do the garden first, and I've improved so much in doing these gardens. At least that's what I think. So I'm really happy about that. And what I also really like about this garden is that there's so many places to sit down. There's a table, there's those chairs where you can sort of lie down in, there's a couch with chairs around it. There's just, you can invite so many people, so you can hold really nice parties here too, probably. But this video is almost over, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye!